In this webisode, we'll be going to the Hell City Tattoo Fest. Not only is it a fantastic show, but it goes down in the downtown Columbus area, which is right down the street from us. Hell City is known throughout the country as the convention to be a part of. The Hell City has the finest tattooers from around the country. Anyone who's anyone is at this show, and if you're a tattooer or a tattoo enthusiast and have never been to the Hell City show, you need to treat yourself for sure. Columbus is one of the coolest towns in Ohio. It has a lot of history, and it's a really awesome place to host a tattoo arts festival like Hell City. The event is held at the Hyatt Regency, which is right in the center of downtown. It is a super impressive place. It's an enormous venue, and the tattoo floor is one of the biggest ones that we've ever worked. That floor is packed with some of the best tattooers from all around the country, as well as the world. You've got tattooers from Japan, Europe, you name it, they have it. Being a part of this one is something that we're really proud of. Cook started off this convention with guns blazing. I mean, he's known for doing some of the best lettering tattoos that you'll see anywhere.
The way Cook does letters is unbelievable. It'll just make you want letters even if you don't want them.
It takes a lot of time and patience to pull off lettering effectively. Like if it's done right, it's really dope, and if it's not, it is really bad. There's not a lot of in between there.
Oh, there you go. Love it. How about that?
It seems like now when we show up to conventions, Cook is known for what he does, and he definitely attracts people to the booth.
If lettering is what you want, then Cook's definitely the guy to go to. I've had him tattoo my hand and my neck.
It's really awesome having a guy like Cook on our team.
Love it.
Like, I gave up on doing tattoos. I'm going to start cutting hair now. Just my first client.
I get back to the booth and I realize that Cook is shaving this dude's whole hairline from his scalp all the way halfway back on his head.
So this dude comes up to the booth and he's like, wants me to tattoo his forehead, and he wants it to say unlovable, like all the way across his forehead.
Yeah, unlovable, right across the forehead.
Her mom's gonna be proud.
Everybody at our shop has face tattoos, or at least most of us have them. And I think because of that always attracts people to the booth whenever we're at shows. Like, hey, you know, these guys have their entire face done, or they have half their face done, or, you know, and so when people look for face tattoos or neck tattoos, it's like they're attracted to other people that have them.
Yeah, it's kind of part of our shop image. Like, you know, when 4 out of 5 dudes got their face tattooed, then the 5th dude's going, I mean, Mom can't be that mad about it, you know?
When I first started tattooing, my mom said, don't ever get your hands tattooed. So I got my hands tattooed. And then it was like, don't ever get your neck tattooed. So I got my neck tattooed. And then it was like, don't ever get your head tattooed. So I get my head tattooed. And then it was, don't ever get your face tattooed. So it's just a chain of things that just keeps going. They'll get over it.
So Josh definitely did what this guy asked, rocked on his face tattoo. You talk about drawing a crowd, man. I mean, there was a crowd around that booth.
Yeah, if you want to attract attention to yourself, get a big tattoo across your forehead that says unlovable. That will do it.
No convention would be complete without going to visit my good buddies from Kingpin. I've been good friends with these guys over the years, and we order a majority of our supplies from their company. These guys are one of the biggest suppliers in the country, and the tattoo conventions are definitely a good place to see what new things that they have happening.
I've got a new machine. It's an Admiral shader that I like to give to you to try on a tattoo.
Now, I've used the same Mickey Sharp's T-dial for 15 years, so trying out new tattoo machines are definitely not something that I'm into doing.
What inspired you to make this machine? I've seen other builders make them, and I've been, enthused by it.
Bill and one of his longtime friends, Jerry Rieger, spent a lot of time with each other, put their heads together, and came up with this Admiral shader. And the cool part about this machine is it's a steel machine. It's coiled and it's based on traditional engineering, so that's something that's right up my alley. The true test for this machine is going to see how it performs in action. And luckily I have just the project to use it on. I had this big skull that I'm doing, and if the thing performs for me as well as I hope it will, I just may have a new weapon of choice.
I asked if it ever wears on you being so badass.
That machine really did the job well. I mean, I have to say I was impressed. Used the same one forever, and so it was a challenge having to get used to something new, which I don't like to do very often. And I had never considered using anything other than my T-dial, but I will have to say this one did its job. One of the most exciting attractions this year at the Hell City Tattoo Expo was the release of the new book, Tattoo Prodigies.
This book has been a long-time project by world-famous artist Mike DeVries.
He's a really incredible tattooer. He's been a good friend of ours for a long time.
And he honored the boss by asking him to be a part of the project.
It's a huge hardback book that covers a lot of the best artists from around the world.
Tattooers that have really committed themselves to their craft.
The people that have really made a difference in the tattoo industry.
Hell City is the perfect place to unveil something that's as special as this. And not only for myself, but Kyle Cotterman had an amazing spread in this book as well.
Kyle's spread was amazing. Like, you could flip through all the pages in that book, and man, when you come across his, you squeal the brakes. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, truly a showstopper, you know, and that dude's on my team.
The level of excitement from being in the book is just totally unexplainable, because how often do you get to be in a book? It's great.
Especially of this caliber. I mean, it definitely was an honor, and I couldn't be more grateful that Mike asked us to be a part of it.
Pretty good. I think I might do my hair like that.
As long as it wears good, I'll take the haircut.
I think this will definitely get you laid quick.
I asked if it ever wears on you being so badass.